Okay, so next we are going to continue for example 21, which is, as I said before, we are going to change from normal distribution to standard normal distribution. Okay, in the previous examples, it's already given standard normal distribution in the question, so which is as Z. But now, as you can see, we have a normal distribution with mean, the mu is equals to 100, and this is your variance. Okay, variance is equals to 80. So what we have here is to find the probability of x between 85 and 112. So as you can see, this is as x. So what we have to do, we have standard normal distribution table. So you have to change this x here to z, okay, which is by using formula. So here we have the normal distribution with mean 100 and standard and variance 80. So we have to change that to standard normal distribution with mean 0 and standard variance 1, which is by using this formula. Z is equals to x minus mu over standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation bukan variance. So first thing first, we have to change this to P. Okay, this one is Z. Okay, so here we have x is 85 minus by mu, which is mu here is 100, divided by, so the standard deviation is square root 80, and here we have x is 112 minus by mean, the mu, and divided by square root 80. Okay, so you just press your calculator. Okay, make sure to write the answer in 2 decimal places. So here you should get P negative 1.68 Z, and here you should get 1.34. So from here, from now on, it is the same thing as what we did in the previous example, which is we just draw the bell shape. Now we proceed just like before. So here we have Z between negative 1.68 and 1.34. So here is your 0 in the middle. So negative should be here, negative 1.68. 1.34 is here. So the area that you want, the probability that you want is in the middle here. So if something in the middle, we just put equals to 1, which is the whole probability, minus by the one on the left, which is pz less than negative 1.68, and minus by pz, the one on the right, greater than 134. Okay, so the whole thing, which is probability, total probability, which is 1, minus by this one, which is this one here, minus by this one here. Then you get the area in the middle here. So here, for this one, z less than negative 1.68, we can shift to the right because you have to make greater z greater than a. Okay, so we have 1 minus pz greater than 1.68 minus this one is already greater, 1.34. So now we only have to find the answer in the table. So here 1.68. So in the table here we have 1.6. So here is 1.6 and our 8 is here. Okay, so this is our 8 and this will be your answer, 0.465. Okay, so here we have 1 minus 0.4, 0.0465, and this one is 1.34. So this is our 1.34. And here is your probability 0901. Here we have 0.0901, and here just type your answer in your calculator. You should get 0.8634. Okay, so that is how we find the probability. From normal distribution, we have to change to standard normal distribution. Okay, so here one more time we do px between 85 and 92. So here we have to first change this by using formula x minus mu over standard deviation. So x minus the mu is 100 over standard deviation is square root 80, and this one we have to change to z. Here we have 92 minus 100 over square root 80, and you type that in your calculator, you should get p negative 1.68, and here we have negative 0.89. Okay, so we are back at standard normal distribution. So let's just draw the bell shape. So here we have the bell shape. So negative 1.68, negative 0.89. So this is our 0. Both of our A is negative. So here is negative 1.68. Here is negative 0.89. So this is the area that we want here. So what we can do is we have to shift to the right hand side because we have to make it z greater. So basically we have here is 0.89 and this is 1.68. So this is the area that we want to find. Okay, so that will be just simply pz greater than 0.89 minus z greater than 1.68. Okay, so the only thing that you have to do here, okay, kalau ada lagi yang tak faham, last thing, so we want to find this area. Okay, we want to find this area, so we can shift this to this side here. Okay, it is the same area actually. Okay, same probability. So to find this area, since we have to make it z greater, so we have z greater than 0.89 is the whole thing to the right hand side. Then we have to minus by z greater than 1.68. Then we are left with this area. Okay, so now look at your table, find 0.89. So this is 0.8 and this is our 9. So the answer here is 1867. Okay, so here is 0.1867 and here we have 1.68. Here is 1.6 and this is our 80465. Okay, so here is minus 0.0465 and we have the final answer 0.1402. Okay, so let's see next question. P modulus x minus 100 less than square root 80. So first make sure you have to write the definition of the modulus first. Okay, so here should be P negative square root 80 x minus 100 square root 80. So we simplify, we should get P negative square root 80 plus 100 square root 80 plus 100. Okay, so that is x. Ini baru x. Okay, tak boleh tengok table lagi. So we have to change to z first. So change to z, we have P negative square root 80 plus 100. Your mean here is 100 dekat sini. Okay, so kita ada x minus mu over sigma. So this is your x. This is your x minus 100. This is our mu. Okay, over square root 80. And then here we have the same thing. Square root 80 plus 100, which is this is our x. And then we have to minus by 100, which is the mu, over square root 80. Okay, simplify that, you should get P negative 1 z 1. Right, so now to find z between 1 and negative 1, if we can represent that in the bell shape here, negative 1 and 1 is, this is negative 1, this is 1, so we want area in the middle here. So just simply 1 minus the 1 on the left minus the 1 on the right here. So here we should get 1 minus pz less than negative 1 minus pz greater than 1. Okay, this one we can use table, but this one we have to change. So by using the first properties, we have pz greater than 1 minus pz greater than 1. So we can simplify that to 1 minus 2 pz greater than 1. So z greater than 1, your a is equals to 1, which is here we have 1.00, which is the answer is 0.1587. So here we have 1 minus 0.1587 and here's the answer is 0.6826. Okay, so let's see the last example, x between 105, 115. So first thing first, make sure you have to change your x first. Okay, x kena tukar jadi standard normal distribution dalam bentuk z. So we have P 105 minus 100, our mean, mu kita, over standard deviation. And here is z 115 minus 100 over square root 80. Okay, so now just simplify lah. Kita ada 0.56 z we have 1.68, and again last kali kita letak dalam bell shape kita. Please make sure always draw your bell shape, okay, supaya nampak jelas berapa dekat mana kamu punya probability tu. So both are positive, so here we have 0.56, here we have 1.68. So yang ni tak payahlah shift sebab dah memang positive, so we just simply take z greater than 0.56 minus z greater than 1.68. Okay, so pz greater than 0.56 minus pz greater than 1.68. Okay, find the answer in your table, upper minus upper, and here the final answer is 2412. Okay, so that is how we use normal distribution change to standard normal distribution by using the formula z equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. Okay, now let's see example 22. We want to find the value of a. Okay, so here we have px greater than a. So same thing, we have normal distribution. Okay, so we have to change to z first. So here we have px greater than a equals to 0.1093. Okay, tak boleh terus tengok table sebab ini bukan z. This table is simply for pz greater than a. Okay, so we have to change first. So here we have pz greater than, so here we have our mean 100 and our variance is 36. Okay, mean is 100, so standard deviation is basically square root 36. Okay, so now we have z equals to, x kita ialah a minus 100 over square root 36, which is 6, equals to 0.1093. Okay, so now dia dah dalam bentuk z greater than a, z greater than something, a value. So now what you are going to find is this probability in your table. Okay, we have 1093. So here is 08, 11, 1075, and here is 1093. Okay, so your probability this represent for a 1.23. Okay, so 1.23. So what we know here is that pz greater than 1.23 is equals to 0.1093. Okay, so what we can do is we can compare this with this one here. Okay, so we are going to get the answer a minus 100 over 6 equals to 1.23, and you'll find your final answer a is equals to 107.38. Okay, so it is the same thing as before, just now you just have to change to z. Okay, alright, so next question. Okay, so next we are going to see how to find mean and variance for normal distribution. So you have known how to find the mean and variance for binomial distribution, which is NP for mean and PQ for variance, and we have also know how to find the mean and variance for Poisson distribution, which is just simply lambda for both mean and the variance. But for normal distribution, so we know that the mu is the mean and the variance is sigma square. So from this example here, if normal distribution with mu 45 and variance given variance and px greater than 51 equals to 0.288, find the standard deviation. Okay, so what we have here is we have px greater than 51 equals to 0.288. So what we can do here is we can change px greater than 51 to the standard normal distribution. So here we have 0.288. So this one we have to change to z, which means we have 51 minus mu, which is 45, over by the standard deviation, square root, or just sigma. Sigma equals to 0.288. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to find the value of A here. Okay, so find the probability in your table which have 0.288. Okay, if you want to find A, we have to look at the middle here to find the probability. So 288 is, this one is 26, 27, 27, 28, 2843, 2877. Okay, so this one is the nearest one. Okay, what you have to do is we have to find the nearest one. So you take 2912, you minus by 288, or you take this one minus by 288, or take this one, you minus by 288. So which one is the smallest difference? So that will be your answer. So from here we have 0.56. Okay, so here we have 51 minus 45, we have 6 over by sigma is equals to 0.56. So here we have the final answer. Our sigma is equals to 10.71. Okay, or our standard deviation is equals to 10.71. So here is how we find the standard deviation or variance, or we can also find the mean by changing our normal distribution to standard normal distribution. Okay, so let's see next question. We have the normal distribution given the variance to us, and we have px less than 27.5 equals to 0.3085. So now, like before, we have to change this to standard normal distribution first. So we have pz, well, let's me quickly write px less than 27.5 equals to 0.3085. So we have to change to standard normal distribution, or z. We have x minus by mu over by standard deviation. So this is your variance. So that should be square root 25 equals to 0.3085. Okay, for the previous question, we can straightforward see the table because this is already greater. But for this one, this is still less than. So what we have to do is we have to draw the bell shape. Okay, so here we have pz less than a. Okay, so this represents pz less than a. So you know that your a can be here or can also be here. Okay, let's say if your a is here. Okay, if you want pz less than a, this will be your area, which doesn't make sense because this has to be greater than 0.5. Okay, because your probability here is only 0.3085. Okay, so that means our a is supposed to be this one here. Okay, this is our a, which is this area here, which is less than 0.5. So this is your pz less than a. But remember, to see the table, you have to shift to get z greater than a. So we shift this to this side here. Shift this to this side, you'll get negative a. Okay, remember, if you shift, the sign will change. Okay, so this is the area that we are going to find. So since we have pz, this will be our pz greater than negative a. So we are going to put negative in front of that. So here will be pz greater than negative 27.5 minus mu over square root 25 is 5 equals to 0.3085. Okay, so remember, this is your pz less than a. So since you shift to the right hand side, if you shift, the sign will change. Okay, so we have z greater than negative a, so we have to put negative here. So now we have to find in the table 3085. So 3085 is here, which is 0.50. So 0.50. So here we have actually pz greater than 0.50 equals to 0.3085. So what we have to do is we just compare this value here with this value here, including the negative. So you are going to get the answer as negative 27.8.5 minus mu over 5 equals to 0.5. So we bring negative to the other side, which is negative 0.5. Multiply by 5, we have negative 5 over 2 here. So here is 27.5 minus mu, and we have the final answer, mu is equals to 30. 27.5 plus 5 over 2 is equals to 30. So that is how we find the mean for normal distribution. So basically, normal distribution, change to standard normal distribution, and then find the value of A, then you can find your mu or standard deviation or variance. Okay? Okay, so now we have a problem solving question. Suppose that weights of 2,000 gorillas are normally distributed. So it is given to us that this is normal distribution with mean 155 and standard deviation 20 kg. So please write your normal distribution. This X is normally distributed with mean 155 and standard deviation 20. So here is your variance, 20 squared. Okay, so the question asks about find the number of gorillas. Okay, the question doesn't say about probability. So what we have to do is we have to apply the definition of probability of A equals to number of A divided by number of sample space. So in this case, 2000 is your number of sample space. The probability that you have to find is your PA here. Okay, so first question asks find the number of gorillas with weight at most 100 kg. So first we have to find the probability first. So we have Px at most is less than equals 100. Okay, so but this is normal distribution. Your X, we have to change to standard normal distribution. So here we'll be using the formula z less than equals to X minus mu, which is our mu is 155 over by standard deviation, which is 20. Okay, so this one you just follow the question. Kalau ada equal, adalah equal. Kalau tak ada equal, tak ada equal. But it doesn't matter because continuous, you can just simply ignore the equal sign. So here we have z less than equals to, put that in your calculator, we have negative 2.75. Okay, negative 2.75, you have normal bell shape, negative 2.75, which is, this is the probability that you want to find. We can shift to the right hand side, which is the same as z greater than 2.75. So the only thing that you have to do is just find 2.75 in your table. 2.75 ialah kamu punya A, jangan cari 2.75 dekat sini pula. So here is 2.7 and here is our 5. This is 5. So the value is 00298 equals to 0.00298. Okay, so that is our probability. But remember the question asks about number of gorillas. So we want to find number of A dekat sini. So we have PA, our PA is 0.00298 equals to number of gorillas. Let's put that as number of G over by the total sample space, which is 2000. So we have the number of gorillas with at most 100 kg, with weight at most 100 kg is equals to 0.00298 multiplied by 2000, and here we have the answer 5.96. Okay, so number of gorillas are living things. Okay, dia mestilah fixed number, okay, ataupun whole number. So this one we can just bundarkan menjadi 6. Okay, so that will be your answer. Alright, question B, between 120 and 130. Okay, so here we want to find X between 120 and 130. Okay, so kalau between tak ada equal 130. But first thing first, normal distribution have to change to standard normal distribution. Maksudnya X kena tukar jadi Z dulu. So we have to use the formula X minus mu over standard deviation. And here we have 130 minus 155 over by standard deviation, which is 20. And put that in your calculator, we should have negative 1.75 Z negative 1.25. Okay, So it really helps if you can just draw your bell shape here. So daripada bell shape ni kita nampak both are negative. Okay, both are negative. So this is your 0. So negative 1.75 is here. Negative 1.25 is here. So this is basically the area that we want, the probability that we want. Which is, we can shift this to this side here, which is the same probability. Okay, we shift this to here. And we'll get, here is 1.25. And here is 1.75. Okay. So the probability here is the same as the probability here. So to find the probability here is just simply z greater than 1.25 minus z greater than 1.75. Okay, so here we have pz greater than 1.25 minus pz greater than 1.75. Okay, now just find that in your in your table. 1.25 we have, 1.2 is here. Stop at 5. This is your 5, so the value is 1056. So this is 0.1056. And for 1.75 we have, here is 1.7. Stop at 5. This is your 5, so the value is 0401. So minus 0.0401, you should get the probability 0.0655. Okay, so to find the number of gorillas whose with weight between 120 and 130, we just simply multiply the probability with the total number of gorillas, which is 2000. Just here you get the answer 121. Okay, so let's see the last question asked about between 150 and 175 inclusive. So inclusive mean both have equal. So we have 150 x. Remember, this is represent your x, bukan z, eh? So we have to change to z. So we have 150 minus the mean 155 over 20, and this one is z. We have 175 minus 155 over 20. Okay, put that in your calculator. We should have negative 0.25 z, and here is 1. Okay, so represent that in your bell shape here. We have negative 0.25. Negative 0.25 is on the left hand side. Positive 1. Okay, so obviously this is the area that you want. Okay, so more than half. So what we have to do is we have to take the whole probability, which is 1, minus by the one on the left, which is pz less than negative 0.25, minus by the one on the right, z greater than 1. Okay, so this one we just simply shift to the right hand side, and that will be 1 minus pz greater than 0.25 minus pz greater than 1. Okay, so please find the answer in your table. You should get 1 minus 0.4013 minus 0.1587, and here the answer is 0.44. Right, to find the number of gorillas, we just multiply with the total number, which is 2000, and here the final answer is 880. Okay, for question D, please do this by yourself. I'll give you the answer, which is your number of gorillas here is 25. Okay, so at least is greater and equal, so you just have to change the standard number distribution to z, and then just look at your table, okay, because it's already greater. Okay, so that's all for normal distribution. So let's do a checklist here. So here is your normal distribution. Okay, but if you want to see your table, if you want to use your table, we have to change to standard normal distribution. Okay, how? We have to change our x to z, which is the formula is x minus mu over sigma. And if you want to use the table, the probability has to be greater and equal. Okay, so we have to use the bell shape to represent the probability. So as you can see from here, we have z less than negative 1.32, which is, this is your probability. So we can simply shift this to the right hand side, which is the same probability, but now we have z greater than 1.32. Okay, so that's all for normal distribution. I'll see you guys in the next video.